Hello comrades, Commissar Bro here today with Superpower 2 on Superpower 2 Sunday with a few announcements. The first being, unfortunately, it's not looking like I'm going to be able to do to have a Superpower 2 server this week, or at least today. So yeah, keep that in mind. But, you know, stay posted on the announcements. If I post an announcement, then obviously whatever I'm saying right now doesn't matter. But the chances are looking pretty slim on that today. Also, what was the other thing I wanted to mention? Also, this might be the start of a new series. I know a lot of people have been asking, like, how did I get China to where it was in the very first Superpower 2 video I ever did, where I showed, you know, off a very healthy Chinese government, and a lot of people were kind of curious how I did that. So I guess that's what I'm gonna do now, is do that. And you know, we might even make this a series, so that could be cool. I would like that. Maybe, I don't know yet. It's been a long time since I've played as China, and China's a really, really poor country. Like, because of its massive population, really is the reason why. Well, and even then, it's not really so much poor as it is just it has very high fixed expenses, as you can see, like in its trade and whatnot. Mostly because I think it's you're trying to meet domestic consumption because it's all government. So what I tend to do is I put it on privatized and let it run itself, because at that point in time you're not forcing it to meet domestic consumption. And it's not costing friggin' buku bucks to meet demand where, you know, where it hasn't. Like, look at vehicles. Look how slow vehicles is in consumption, or how low it is. Not slow. Sorry. Still early for me. But anyway. So yeah, we're going to swap all these down to private. I do wish there was a button where you could just do this, like, easily, rather than having to click, clickety, click. One by one. One thing that is good about it is because everything is set to 0 on the sector taxes, we can just move the global tax mod to do all the work for us, thankfully. And you know, actually, China's economy is pretty not so bad. Like, of course, they're not meeting consumptions in a lot of areas, but it's actually not too bad if you actually look at production as to consumption. Really, what it is, in a few areas, it's really, really bad, and that's kind of what hurts it. So, all right, now that we've got everything set to privatize, all right. So, what else do we need to do? Right, we need to raise taxes. Okay, so we're gonna put taxes up to 75, probably. Okay, 76.8, that should be fine. Yes. Bam. Alright, 78.5. Now, the final thing is we could change this. Actually, I don't think there's any other parties, so I don't think it'll let us change to a multi-party democracy. So I guess we'll just stay as a single-party democracy. Whatever. Same thing. Alright. So our approval is abysmal. Our stability is about to become abysmal as well. And, I mean, there's not much else you can do, really. You kind of just got to sit and watch and see what happens. Like, they're just, we kind of just need them to fix itself at this point in time, really. Like, I know it's ridiculous, but yeah, that's kind of all you can do. See, look, how it's almost meeting in areas. So we could bump up the tax mod by about 3%. Okay, 4%. We'll put it on 4%. And bam, China is now making positive balance. Now, at this point in time, what you would do, or at least what I would do, is just let China fix itself. Like, get a little bit of money here or there, and, you know, put money back into these other areas. You could just raise the global tax mod even higher if you wanted to. As you can see, look at our resources are doing really well. We're already up to 62%. So resource growth will occur, especially at such a low taxation rate for just about everything. It should grow pretty fast, relatively speaking. So what you could do is you could just pay off all the debt and do that. Yeah. And well, and also I forgot about the military. You could get rid of the military. I wouldn't though, because the military for China is already not that big. Like, at least cost wise, if you're looking at the grand scheme of things, it's only $5 billion, which isn't even 10% of our income. It's like 1% of our total income. So really, it's kind of, yeah, it's too small to really affect anything, if you ask me. But yeah, like I said, so this is how I would do China, or at least how I did it when I did the very first Superpower 2 video I made, like, what, 2 years ago? Yeah, this is how I did it. So, and then I just kind of let it sit and, you know, grow, because you don't really need to affect it too much. You're a single party democracy. You're not going to get kicked out of office. Well, we could become a little more westernized, change our laws up a bit. That works, and get rid of child labor. Yeah, you can do all that. Boom. And then now the West is going to like you more. So, click, click. See, look, the West loves us now. And we're actually on really good terms with Russia by doing that in other countries. Unfortunately, because we are so rich, I think the only country that can really provide us any money would be the United States. So, I mean, the United States definitely likes us more now, but they're still in their crippling dire straits. So they wouldn't be able to do too much for us. Anyway, this has been Commissar Bro. Thanks so much for watching. I do expect to continue this one, at least for a couple of episodes. I know a lot of you have been kind of clamoring for a new Superpower series. So I figured, why not do it with China? Aside from the fact that I actually very much like Chinese history and whatnot, I think China is a very interesting country and has done a really good job of marketing that history. So I think it's, you know, I think it'll make for an interesting playthrough, and it's very possible that I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna continue playing it for a while. But anyway, like I said, this has been Commissar Bro, and I will see you next time.